Hello. Welcome back, everyone, to the channel. We are back after a little break, and we are back with my drive once again. Let me just check that everything sounds okay. It's been a little while since I've actually been in this rig, and I don't trust that this hasn't just had a mare. Cool, that sounds good. Yes, we're back. Hello, if you're watching live or in the future. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new around here, then please do subscribe. We hit 50 subscribers the other day, which is quite fun. Obviously, I don't really do this for subscribers or views or anything, but it's nice to have that support, and nice to know that there's people enjoying this. Like I say, we're back with season 4 today. Hopefully you've watched the prologue. If not, I will do a little rundown of new changes in this season. Like I say, if you new around here, then subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the action, and go and give this video or stream a thumbs up. Some other little admin things. You might notice in the thumbnail it says part 1. I think I should get this whole race done today, but I might have to split it and do a part 1 now and a part 2 this evening. But I think I should get it all done in one go. I've got some things I need to do this afternoon. That's admin bit number 1. Admin bit number 2. Next week, it will probably be on. So I just got to move this. Me rig. There we go. Next week will be. I'll probably do it on the Saturday rather than the Friday. I've got some work stuff I need to do on the Friday. So more than likely it will be on the Saturday that I do this. But just keep an eye out around then. And yes, we're back with season 3. So basically a little roundup of the prologue if you've not seen the prologue. We are in the Aston Martin Valkyrie. You might have guessed it from the hype I had for it last season. The storyline we're going with is that Cadillac obviously is now ran and managed by Hertz Team Jota. They brought in their Hertz Team Jota driver and wanted Al Bamba to stay because he's been with Cadillac for quite a few seasons now, so understands the car. So we had to find somewhere else, and where better to go than a British-made car, obviously ran by Heart of Racing, which is actually an American team, I believe. But nice to be in a British racing car. We have a 10 race season. Obviously the 5 first races have been announced. We've got Sebring, which is our first race, Qatar, Imola, a Wildcard sprint, which we'll find out on the day, and a endurance Le Mans, which being 2 parts because it's a 4-hour race. We'll do 2 hours one week, 2 hours the next week. And then the last 5 races are to be confirmed. European Le Mans Series is happening this weekend at Silverstone, and they have, at that event, if you're there, they've got a build of Silverstone and the LMP3 cars and stuff that are going to be coming in that DLC. So I'm hoping it won't be too long. Basically, by the time we get round to those last 5 races, I'll be able to include them in this season. So have Silverstone, Catalonia, and Paul Ricard as 3 of those races, and then fill out the other 2. One with a wildcard sprint and one with another race that's on the calendar. So the major changes for this season. First of all, like I've mentioned just now, wildcards. So in some of the events, we will have wildcards, which can range from variable weather, nighttime racing, what tyres we use, random grid, various things to kind of mix up that particular race. But the major change that has been introduced is BOP point system. Now, if you're familiar with WEC, you might know that they run a thing called Balance of Performance, or BOP, which is to try and keep the cars all at a similar competitiveness. So we'll have seen in this season of real life racing, Ferrari won the first 4 races. Then they turned up for the 5th race and were slapped with the heaviest car with the least power and fell down the grid. So it's something to try and equalise the cars out. Obviously, they're all very different. And that is implemented in the game, but it's something that we can't actually change, which is a little bit annoying. But to have an effect on BOP, we've got this BOP point system. So the cars are split into two groups. We've got Group A, which comprises of the Toyota, Ferrari, Porsche, and Cadillac. They score the typical points that we would normally score, so from 1 to 10, for the standard and endurance events. The Aston Martin is also in Group A because we don't know what pace it's going to be like, and we don't want to give ourselves an unfair advantage. And then in Group B we have the Alpine, the Peugeot, and the BMW. From these groups are decided from last season. Those three manufacturers that I just talked about tend to perform worse last season on average. So they have a slightly different point system where effectively their 1st to 10th is dropped down to 8th to 18th. So if they say if Paul-Luc Chatin, who's on the screen here, if he finishes 8th, he'll score the same amount of points as if he was in a Toyota and won the race. And then every additional place he gains would be an extra 2 points. So if they have a fantastic race and get up to 3rd, they're scoring 48 points rather than 23, which I think Group A would score. So it's a way to kind of try and bring some of the manufacturers up into the championship fight, because the past few seasons it's been Toyota and Ferrari as the main challengers, and then whatever car we've been driving. So hopefully it'll bring the likes of the Alpine and the BMW up, and the Peugeot up into, or give them an ability to fight with the Toyotas and the Ferraris, which are unstoppable. This will be looked at, I think in the Pro, like I said, every 3 races. I might do it more than that, so that a team like Alpine just doesn't run away with it. But we'll play around with that. I think that's all the major changes. There are some minor changes, such as all the races using 2 times the fuel, but not all the races, or each race will have a different tyre modifier. So I think in today's race we've got a 2 times tyre wear modifier. So it'll make things a little bit more variable race to race. And I think let's head out there for our first qualifying run in the Valkyrie. And we can hear that beautiful V12 roar. It sounds good on the inside, and it does, I will say, it does sound better from the outside of the car. This is going to be quite a unique experience. This car is very different to any other car on the hypercar grid. Obviously we've got the 2 sort of subcategories in hypercar. We've got the Le Mans hypercars, which are the Toyota, the Ferrari, and the Peugeot. I think this counts as a Le Mans hypercar as well. They're custom built from the ground up, custom built chassis, more expensive route into hypercar. And then you have the cheaper route, which is the LMDHs, which also race in America. So you've got the their beautiful sounding V12. So yeah, you've got the Porsche, the Cadillac, the Alpine, and the BMW, which are all LMDH cars, or GTPs you might hear them referred to as. Slightly cheaper option, they basically pick from a base chassis, add in aero that looks like that brand, have a standardised hybrid system, and then you put whatever engine you want in. The Valkyrie, non-hybrid, firstly. It's got a naturally aspirated V12 and no hybrid system. There is, I think, a very tiny hybrid system for getting it away from the pits and stuff, but no energy management that we have to do. It's purely based on fuel, and it's built from a road car, so not a bespoke built race car as such. It's got its roots in the ground version of the Valkyrie, although very different. I think quite tuned down from the road car, funny enough, because I think the road car's got like 1,000 horsepower or something like that, and I think it's tuned down to about 700, I think is the ballpark figure in a hypercar. And a first for us as well, is each car in Hypercar gets one movable aero device. So most of the cars it's the rear wing. By movable I mean that you can adjust it so that at Le Mans you can run super low downforce with a really skinny wing, and at other places like here at Sebring for example you'd want lots more downforce, so you'd run at a very high angle. The Aston Martin has a movable or adjustable device I should say on the front spoiler. Not front spoiler, that's not what it's called. What's it called? Splitter, that's it. So it'd be interesting to see how that affects things such as straight line speed. Might be a case that we can run it slightly higher, get a bit more of a pointy nose. I'll have to wait and see. Come through for our first lap here at Sebring. Put in a 1:53, so quite a way off the pace, but I'll really concentrate on that lap. We'll try and go a little bit quicker on this attempt. Now I have done some practiced races in this car. Obviously we're using the 2025 standings, which I think have slightly different BOP to our previous season. And kind of a quick breakdown of cars is Toyota and Ferrari are quick, there's no surprise there. The Cadillac I think could be a dark horse. They seem to be fairly quick, but their fuel usage is just insane. Like, it's actually off the charts. They can go, 3 laps longer than anyone else. So I think they're in great contention this season if that keeps up. To score some big points, and it means that they might have to not to do a splash and dash at the end of a race like everyone else will. Ourselves in the Aston Martin, I think the Aston Martin is decently paced. I think it just gets let down a little bit on its energy usage. Our teammate in particular seems to have quite poor energy usage compared to the rest of the field. He tends to be the one who pits first. I think we are naturally better at energy saving than the AI. So it feels like we can typically go the sort of standard length, which is good for us. Second lap time improving by nearly 3 seconds, up into 8th position, just behind Pierre Guidi. A little bit on the grass there. The Porsche, obviously the last car in Group A, so of that higher scoring teams, seems to be struggling quite a bit with the 2025 BOP. They seem to be quite slow, so it might not be too long until they get bumped down into Group B. And as of the Group B cars, obviously they have a higher potential for scoring points, or have more points than offer, should I say. The Alpine, I think, is going to be a little dark horse in that group. The Alpine seems quite quick. Maybe it's just Sebring specific. Sebring is obviously quite a downforce heavy track, which I feel like the Alpine thrives at. The BMW has, and the Alpine has great energy usage. The BMW has good energy usage, but it's quite slow. And the Peugeot's just nowhere again. So it'd be interesting to see how, like, the Alpine ebbs and flows. Obviously at the moment it's in Group B, so could be on for scoring some quite good points in this first round. We'll have to wait and see how that carries itself through the rest of the season. Up into 11th with that lap time. Good run through the first corner there. 2.8 seconds off of Bamba, obviously our old teammate, so he's flying around here at Sebring. I think we're just going to stay out on this set of tyres and just see what we can do, because we've not really got time to pit and warm up the next set of tyres. I mean, chatting away too much to think about that. I feel like I'm having a bit of trouble with my downshifts. Drop down to 14th now. Pinned it against the wall there. Second improvement into 9th, ahead of our teammate. Well, the rear end getting a little bit out of control there. Hi Zoltan, how you doing? 2.5 minutes left of this qualifying session. Obviously the pole position, or the pole setter, will get an additional 3 points as well. At the moment Bamba looks to be in a good shout to get those points. Oh, just pushing it too hard there. Through the S's. We're currently P10 with our teammate Rivera's in 11th. Porsche's behind him. We've got the 2 Alpines and the Toyota ahead of us. We're going to go for one last lap. Head down, full concentration. Ooh. Well, I think we'll leave qualifying there. Just getting on the curbs there. Return to garage. And just spinning out, unfortunately. We'll just zip this session along. Bamba currently on pole. Norman Nato in the other Jota Cadillac in second. So Jota are really, really quick this season. 6/10 ahead of the Toyotas. Wow. You know, if you take the Cadillacs out of it, there's what? 2/10 between third and fourth and fifth. Couple tenths further back to sixth. So it's quite a tight pack. You know, if we actually compare ourselves to the Toyotas, 8 tenths off for an Aston Martin in its first race. I'll take that. So, the grid for the first race of the season looks like this. Bamba on pole with Norman Nato in second. Cadillac 1-2 lockout. Buemi, obviously last season's champion, in third. Antonio Fuoco in fifth, who leads a Ferrari train of Kubica and then Pierre Guidi. Jules Gounon in the Alpine, having a great debut in 7th. Mike Conway, back in the Toyota, number 8 Toyota, number 7 Toyota even, in 8th. Paul Chatan in the 2nd Alpine, up in 9th. So 2 Alpines in the top 2. 2 Alpines in the top 10. It's pretty good from them. Ourselves in the Aston Martin in 10th, followed by our teammate Riberas. Then it's a Porsche trainer of Kevin Estra, Neil Gianni and Julian Andlauer. So Porsche seem to be quite slow, especially at Sebring, might change for other races. And then it's a BMW Peugeot mix for the final places in Hypercar with Van Thor, Duval, Van der Linde and Paul de Resta. So Bamba's already on the board with 3 points for his pole position. I think the Cadillacs are going to be very difficult to stop this season. Like I say, they've got phenomenal fuel economy. So I think they're going to be quite difficult to contend with, especially if they're that quick. We are going to put fuel back in the car, new tyres, and let's get underway for round 1 of Season 4. There's the beautiful Valkyrie behind us of our teammate. Obviously we're in 007, because James Bond. And also I like, obviously we can't see them from the outside, but I do like the sort of like lime green accents on the cockpit canopy. Obviously you see them on the 009, they're red, and the wing mirrors are red as well. Got to say that 3 times. So we have got Chatan beside us in the Alpine, the other Alpine of Goon on ahead. Mike Conway back in the Toyota. Obviously Lopez now driving in the GT3 Lexus. Obviously got the Mercedes as well in the GT3s, and it's going to be very difficult today around a bumpy track to get past those traffic. As we creep towards the start-finish line. We are away for round 1 here at Sebring. We've got a good launch on Conway, but got held up a little bit there. The Porsche behind us is looking to make a move. We're going to get boxed in on the outside slightly. Oh, I'm nervous. Who's that to my inside? It's the Porsche. Oh, we just keep getting pushed out wide. We're going to have to take to the grass there for a second to avoid contact. We've just been bullied out of positions there. What are you doing, Peugeot? I do not want to be stuck behind you. Duval. There we go. Losing 4 positions there off the start. Really not good for us. We just got shuffled to the outside of the track. But it is a long race. An hour and a half race we've got today. Oh, why am I having issues with my shifter? Good run through there. We seem to be quite good against the AI through that little SS section. Neil Gianni going very defensive, or is he trying to overtake? We've got the BMW in our sights. Ooh, that looked a bit messy. Can we go around the outside? Can we sneak one around the outside of Van Thor? Not quite. We're going to get in his slipstream. Is he going to go defensive here? Not quite, but we get it down the inside of turn 1. Do we get it slowed down? We do. That's us past the BMW. We've got Neil Gianni ahead of us now. In the Alpine as we work our way back up to the points. Huge gap opened up already between 6th and 7th. Again, no hybrid system to worry about managing. It means braking is quite a bit different, because we've got no energy regeneration occurring. I would say makes it slightly easier to do braking. Oh, we've been hit! What are you doing there, Van Thor? Been hit on our rear end by the BMW there. As I don't know what the Alpine and Porsches are doing up ahead. Waiting for an invitation, are we? We got a good little cheeky curb cut there, but obviously within the rules. And in the slipstream, oh, we chipped up too early there. Can we make him go defensive? He's looking. Oh, it's bumpy round the final corner. Norman Nato is in the lead of this race. He's taken the lead off of Bamber at the start. Oh, Porsche, what are we doing here? The Proton quite slow here in the opening stages. Let's try and work our way past somewhere. Had a look into the hairpin, made him defend, but we didn't get a great run through there. It seems at very low speed this car's quite understeery. It's quite good through the medium high speed. Yellow flag. What's happened here? Who's off? That's a Ferrari that's off. Oh, he timed that yellow flag to perfection. Johnny tries to push us off there. Nice defending. Oh, Johnny, what are you doing? I didn't quite see what Ferrari that was, but already having a mare in this race. Down to 18th they go. I think it's quite clear to see that we are quicker than this Porsche. But we're really struggling to find a way around it. And Lauer, that'll pass Van Thor now. Oh, we stuck our nose in there. Can we get it stopped for turn 2? We just about can. You might have seen us swapping hands there. We just about get it stopped and up into 11th. Cheeky little move there by us. And now we can focus on the Alpines of Gunnar and Chatan. At the moment, they're effectively scoring the same points as second and third will because of the point system. They're in a really good place at the moment. Let me know down below what you think of this new BOP point system. It's a little bit controversial, I know, but I think BOP in general is a little bit controversial. Some people are a fan, some people think it kind of takes away from the sport, or the spirit of the rules, if that makes sense. But I think it's quite good. It means that the likes of, Alpine can actually contend with, the Toyotas and Ferraris, even though they're not quite as quick. If I had access to the actual BOP figures, which I did have a route around for in the files, but they're all encrypted away, I would have modified that to make it a bit more representative to real life. Oh, the Alpines are really fuel saving here. Oh, big lift off there by Gunon. So we can get past in the same place we got past Johnny, just a little bit easier. And up into the points we go for our first race. Our teammate Ribera's 5 seconds ahead. So currently a double points for Aston Martin, which would be a great finish. Obviously a long way to go though, we're only 10 minutes into this race. That top sort of 6 cars seem to be spread out quite a bit. Oh, it looks like now that the Cadillac's out in the lead, it's actually using quite a bit of energy. I think that perhaps cars that are more in the pack, like the Alpines, perhaps on a slightly different strategy to those at the front. We've got a gap to Gunon now. We're chased down Shatan. Very bumpy through the final corner. Just the whole track in general is quite bumpy. Shatan defending quite massively. Oh, we're going to go around the outside of turn 1. Don't tell me we are. Just get bumped on the curb slightly there, but Shatan. Oh, we just about held on there. Right on the limit of grip. Shatan really fuel saving into that corner, doing a big lift and coast. We're just able to get past. Now we've got Estra ahead, doing well for Porsche. Like I say, they seem to be quite weak compared to last season. Obviously they finished off with a big result with a win. For I think it was Neil Johnny who actually won at Le Mans. Big wiggle. Yellow flag up ahead. We do have a slight new rule for yellow flags, because kind of in previous seasons we haven't really done anything with them. Basically no overtaking, as we probably should have been doing before with yellow flags. But no overtaking. I think if the hypercar ahead of us overtakes a GT3, we'll follow them through. But we won't overtake any hypercars and get advantage of them. Obviously coming out of the yellow flag zone, that's a different story, but through one at least we won't overtake. Oh, big double lock up there. What's our tyres at? Running 2 times tyre wears around here, so we might try and double stint these tyres. Obviously depending on how bad they are after that lockup. Slight vibration, I think, but not too bad at the moment. And we are slowly wheeling in Estra and then our teammate. Almost track limits there. But I feel like we're making good progress, obviously dropping down a couple of positions from the start. But I feel like our fuel use is quite good to the cars ahead, or at least comparable. I think the leaders are now in some GT3 traffic. So obviously around here there's not really too many places to overtake. So hopefully we'll get them in some nice long straights. Just have to be very cautious when overtaking them. See if Estra gets held up at all. Looks like we've got some Ferraris and McLarens ahead. Oh, we get held up into the hairpin. As well, in Hypercar this season, obviously because we're doing the 2025 season, we are missing the Lamborghini that dropped out of WEC, and also the Isotta Fraschini. I don't think there's a way to get all the cars in the grid. I don't think filling the grids does anything, because we are using the official 2025 grid now that we've got all the cars. Oh, Kevin Estra got held up big there. Sit in the slipstream. Please let me through, Aston. Thank you. Oh, Estra getting a big wobble on there behind the Corvette. We could use this traffic to our advantage here, try and get a good run through here and down towards the hairpin. Oh, but it's just so tight and twisty. We're in the slipstream of Estra. Can we go right? Can we go left? We're just going to have to stick behind him for now. Eduardo Barrichello, son of popular F1 star Rubens Barrichello. God, I've almost forgot his first name there. He seems to be a very quick up-and-coming talent in GT3. Mustang, Mustang, Mustang. Oh, we've got the big boy GT3s here. Mustang, BMW. Porsche up ahead. Which way are you going, Porsche? Oh. Very tight here with the traffic. Bye-bye, Lexus. Seems like all the hypercars have pretty much got through the traffic okay on this first run. The Mercedes, obviously the new GT3 car to this season, to this series. That lovely Iron Lynx yellow, up in third. And it's Lopez. Ooh! Please, Lopez, please, let me through. I know we were fighting for championships in the past, but you are now in a GT3. Mel Harty almost getting through there as well. But fortunately, we're through the GT3s unscathed for the first time in this race. Maybe made up a little bit on Estra, but not a huge amount. Didn't lose anything to Riberas in 7th. So on slightly better fuel usage than the cars ahead. Obviously, they've gone further around the circuit than we have. But I'm happy with our saving in this first stint. Bamber back up into the lead of this race. 28 seconds ahead of us currently. Which is quite a while, but, you know, with pit stops and repairs and whatnot, it might not be too bad. And we seem to be very good through turn 1. Let's see if we can get Estra before our first pit stop. We've got 3 laps until we need to pit. Oh, a little bit leery there on the loud throttle. Loud throttle? Loud pedal. Another lock up into there. We must just be catching our old lock up. Tyres at 80%. It's not too bad. Almost track limits there. Have to really push the limits. So they don't really push the limits on the curves through the S's. We're right in the slipstream now. See if we can put Estra under pressure. He's very slow through the braking zone. Oh, he's defending. Really hardly defending. Well, it'll wiggle through the apex of turn 1. Two laps until our pit stop. I'm undecided yet if I'm going to change tyres or not. I might try and double stint these. Being on this different tyre modifier. Oh, Bamber in the pits already. And I presume that means Nato's in the pits as well. Well, Estra went a little bit deep there. Buemi takes the lead of this race from the Cadillacs. So everything I said about the Cadillacs having amazing fuel efficiency, you can just throw that out the window. Obviously when they're leading the race, they just decide to burn, burn, burn. Oh, we've got a good run here on Estra. They make him look to the inside, he defends, gives a half defence there. We'll try and take a little bit of a different line through the final corner. Buxton at the end of this lap. I think we'll leave these tyres on for another stint. Double stint them, and then change all of them. I'm not too sure what the AI are going to do. Oh no, the GT3s are in. All the GT3s and all the hypercars are going to be in. This is going to be a chaotic pit lane. Almost get in. Astra there in the pit lane. First stint done in the Valkyrie 4, Season 3 of my drive. Pretty good stint there. We're just going to try and hang back a little bit from the Porsche, because I don't know what he's going to do. Where are we? Oh, this is chaos. But into the pits we go. E-I-E-I-E-I-O. Fuel. Do I need to repair anything? No, just a light tap on the rear. No tyres. Let's save progress just in case the game has issues. And let's pit. Shatan and Gudon have carried on in the Alpine. Now could we bet they might have another 2 laps? They might be doing what Cadillac were doing in all my practice races. Bamba goes through. Norminato goes through. There's that Conway back out on track. Got another 10 seconds off virtual energy to go in. Oh, we get out ahead of our teammate. Potentially slightly less fuel to go in. The Ferrari looks like it's had quite a bit of repairs done. So we are out into P7 currently. Which will effectively become P5 when the Alpines pit. Well, Buemi had a slow stop as well. Gotta be careful on these cold tyres. Obviously they'll warm up quite quickly because they're scrubbed. Oh, Mercedes wide there. We'll wait for the Alpines to pit and then we'll do a bit of a race rundown. We get the car stopped. So I'm not sure if our teammate did take tyres or not. Because we probably gained about 6 seconds overall on him, which isn't a tyre change. Tyre change is more like 13, but I don't know if he perhaps did half of his tyres. Oh, big wiggle through the penultimate corner there. Alpine's still out in the lead. They'll be pitting on this next lap here. Yellow flag up ahead. What's occurred? Or is it behind? That's behind. Our teammates being punted off, I think. Yeah, Riberas has tumbled down the field, unfortunately. slide there. So we seem to be catching Conway at the moment, who's about 14 seconds up the road. I would imagine he's in traffic. They're supposed to be in traffic as well, aren't we, really? That was risky. These curbs are really dangerous, so that was quite risky from us. Alpine's in the pits finally. Oh, and the Peugeot in the pits as well. Interesting. We can give a bit of a race rundown. So, it's currently still a Cadillac 1-2 with Bamber followed by Nato. 2 seconds between them. Then it is Conway in the first of the Toyotas in 3rd position, ourselves in 4th. A good recovery drive through those pit stops. Buemi behind us, about 9 seconds behind us. And then Niljani and the 2 Ferraris of Fuoco and Kubica, as far as we can see on our little timing screen. So we have to keep a lookout on if we're gaining on Conway and if Buemi is gaining on us. Starting to get to some clearer bits of track now through the traffic. So we'll be able to get some more representative lap times. An hour left. 3rd of this race done. What a busy first 30 minutes it has been. Oh, the Cadillacs are really going to bottleneck themselves here. With fuel, they're just going far too quick. The fact we have 10% fuel over them should be concerning for them. Almost having a disaster there. I think not to spin it though. I do find it's quite easy to lock up the rear end in this car. But we're all good. I only lost a couple seconds there. I'm a little bit disappointed that my teammate had an issue. So I feel like I'm just kind of in a bit of dead man's land here at the moment. Ooh, rear ends. Getting a little bit spicy there. Right, got a clear air now. Let's see what our pace is compared to the front runners. First lap is a 49.6. See, we're on quite worn tyres now. Oh, the tyres really almost got away from us there. .53s for the front two, but I think they're in traffic. 50.5 for Conway. And we're 49.9. About 0.6 quicker. Don't say Conway's probably on worn tyres as well. Just have to try and minimise mistakes, try and push up to the back of him. I will say as well, one other improvement I brought for season 4, which doesn't doesn't impact on the racing at all, but I basically always found it annoying doing points because it would take me time. Basically, I couldn't show them after a race had happened because it would take me time to go and enter them all into a spreadsheet. And whatnot, so I always felt like that's a bit boring to do on stream, so I'll do it off a stream and then can show you the results the following week. I basically code for a living and have created a little bit of code in my spare time to basically calculate all the results for me, so it means now, after a race is finished, in literally about 30 seconds, bam, I can give you results. Should be fun to look at. Just the little nerdy side of me coming out there. 14.7 seconds to Conway ahead, so we are gaining slightly. Little spike of the throttle there. Dropping us a couple of tenths. Looks like Burmese gaining us on us slightly as well. But this is unfortunately a bit of a lull in the race. As we get past the GT3 winner last time out in real life around Kota. Interesting race if any of you saw it. Huge amounts of rain. Oh, what are we doing here? I think we tagged him a little bit there. Yeah, huge amounts of rain through around Kota last weekend. They ended up only doing about 4 hours of racing, I think, of the 6 hours. Very interesting race, though. Porsche ended up getting the win. It was nice to see them return to the top step after a difficult season so far. Well, just about 6 laps of fuel left. The Cadillacs have absolutely burnt through their fuel up at the top, or deep into the hairpin. We're on about par with Conway. Obviously he's slightly further around the track, but we'll probably come in a similar sort of lap as he will. Tyres on 60%. I'm bearing that in mind for the end of the race. Because if it stays like this, say we put one more time, change tyres. Actually, how many stints have we got left to do? Let's have a look at that thing. 2.8, so we'll have effectively 1 stop left? No, surely not. 2 stops left. Ignore me. You're just listening to ramblings of a madman. I was debating about triple stint in a set of tyres at the end of the race, but I think they only need to be double stinted anyway. So far, I'm loving this Aston Martin. I really love how this game, just every car is quite unique in the way that they drive and feel. Oh, very deep into the hairpin there. Just about getting past the 2 GTs. But I'm really enjoying how this Aston's driving. I feel like I can... Every now and again, I just dip into a zone where I'm just braking perfectly, using the brakes and the throttle to turn the car. It's just chasing that sweet spot so that it's consistent. We are losing time currently to Conway and Buemi. Oh. Like that. I do feel like these tyres have gone past their prime. Oh, a little bit wide there on the grass exit in turn 1. I do love the old school American circuits. I think they just have so much character compared to especially some of the newer European circuits. I know unfortunately they're not in this game, but I do love the tracks that IMSA race on. It's the likes of Sebring here, Watkins Glen, Indianapolis, Road America, Road Atlanta. Be cool if there was a WEC IMSA crossover in LMU, but I don't think that'll be happening anytime soon with IMSA rights. Although they seem to be going to quite a few people. No, obviously iRacing have IMSA rights, but I'm sure Project Motorsport, is it the new Project Cars game? well, not Project Cars 3, but is definitely Project Cars 3, have got IMSA rights. So it'd be cool to get some of those circuits over here in LMU. Do it almost like an endurance game, full stop. Obviously you'd have to add in the Acura, but you've already got models for the Alpine, which is the same chassis. You've got the Genesis coming next year, which is the same chassis, so I can't see it being too hard. Obviously they're probably hard working away on the new European Le Mans Series DLC and career mode, which I hope they do well. It's stated for release early next year, and I hope that they kind of, if they need to push it back, they're not afraid to push it back. I don't think they will be afraid to push it back, because there's other things that they've done, like the driver swaps and online mode, that they've taken the time with to make sure they do it right. And I'd much rather they take the time and do a good career mode. You know, it'd be cool to have proper like driver contracts, chatting with different teams, maybe even managing your own team. Because there's so many things and ideas that I've had for my drive which I've just not been able to implement because the single player mode is just so restrictive. Like the BOP, for example. Like, it wouldn't hurt anyone to have custom BOP in single player. The Cadillacs are pitting. So I've waffled on there. 1.86 stints left, so we'll do another pit stop in a couple laps time. I think we've got 2 laps left. Yeah, 2 laps left, just about. Oh, we've gone deep into turn 1, can we get it? Just about, just have to go on the grass a little bit there. I think this race is firmly in Cadillac's hands. Basically we'll have one full stint and then one sort of half stint at the end of the race. I think with just their pace, it doesn't really matter that they've used more fuel, because I reckon they'll be able to get to the end and just and one more stop from here. Be happy if I get proved wrong though. Thanks, Upper. Is Conway going to pit? Or is he on past the pits? I think he's gone past the pits. So we've got 2 laps over the caddies. When we've closed up to 5 seconds, yellow flag's up ahead. Who's had drama? Is that Conway's had drama? Am I going to see a Toyota in the barrier? I am. Oh, right in the middle of the track. That's going to be awful for everyone else. I think he's got it going though. No, he hasn't got it going. Buemi got past him. I think that was him trying to lap some hypercar traffic. It's great, that puts us up onto the effective podium now. Which we will absolutely take. box this lap, full service pit stop. So fuel and tyres. So Middleston. Didn't feel particularly quick on those used tyres. So maybe that will change what we do for the final stint. We'll have to wait and see. And into the pits we must go. When he follows me in, Conway probably won't be too far behind. Let's see how much damage he sustained from that little collision. Who's that kind of pits? Al Hardy. Got the BMW in the pits. Our teammate down in 17th. Oh, that's such a shame for him. He's doing so well. What's the time? Coolio. Right. Fresh tyres. Fuel. No repair work? Let's go! I did change tyres, didn't I? Yes, cool. Right, so imagine... There goes Nato. I think he's pulled a bit of a gap to us with a little undercut, maybe. Where is Bamba? Has he had a bit of an issue somewhere, it looks like? Currently nowhere to be seen. Got Duval and Chatan, who are just coming past us now. We will be released. Oh, that. Our teammate's got a lot of damage there, hasn't he? Peugeot of Duval goes past. Where's Bamba? What has happened to him? Oh, we are on cold tyres, let's not forget that. We've got Chatan behind us on 30%. Do you know what the right pedal does, Chatan? Right, we really want to stay ahead of him. Because we don't want to be caught up with him, because he's got quite a few laps left on his stint. And we really don't need a couple seconds wasted trying to get back past him. Bamba is in 5th currently. .8 seconds behind us. Buemi 7 seconds, so kind of the same gap we had going into the pits. Nato has built up his lead slightly. Presumably with that slight undercut that he had on us. That's fine, Nato's not really our race. The Cadillacs just seem pretty unstoppable around here. Now I wonder if... Surely not. If the Alpine's trying to do just one more stop rather than 2 stops at the end. Obviously we've now got 1 stop, but we've just done a stop. Pretty wild if they're going to try that. Well, Duval 3 seconds slower than us. Oh, sorry, Mr. McLaren. Left that a bit late, didn't I? Got Bamba's flying 48s. Oh, I've got someone at the door. Sorry, 2 seconds. Apologies about that. I'm back. Right, where were we? Third. 36 minutes left to go. And Bamba chasing us down very rapidly. Duval ahead of us 3 seconds. I'd imagine he'd be pitting either this lap or next, so hopefully we don't catch him before then. God, move me, rig. There we go, that's better. It's all kicking off. No, it's fell into the pits this time around, cool. But he doesn't get in our way, which is a surprise for the Peugeot. And that's 42 seconds to Nato. Bamba's got past Shatan, so Bamba is absolutely flying. Well, I think a combination of Bamba flying and Shatan going extremely slow. Oh, what's going on with my headset? Keeps cutting out. We did 50.9. 50.2, so 7 tenths quicker was Bamba last time round. We are definitely the prey here at the moment. Don't really see any way of catching Nato, at least not on equal terms. But I think we're very quickly going to be caught by Bamba and Boemi. Have to try and fend them off for this second place. It would be a great result to get second. Not what I expected from a brand new car in a brand new season. Oh, we just went the wrong side of him there. Pushed off onto the grass. .8 seconds to Bamba behind. He's absolutely rapid, is the Cadillac. Where is he? There he is. I'll have to play the Jaws music. Right, we've got... Oh, we've not really got any clean air. The GTs are just there. Kind of a point now in the race where there's not really any clean track. GTs everywhere. The hypercar field spread out hugely. That's why that Shatan still hasn't pitted. How many laps has he been going? Like 3-4 extra laps? Excusey. Oh, Bamba's on me, he's on my gearbox. Our old team, our old teammate. You know, we might have been friendly with him last season. But all gloves are off now. Let's see how quick you are down the straights, mate. I think we've got the legs on in the straights. Oh, we got a big wiggle on there. I should try to defend. Oh, we've gone deep. Oh no, we cracked under pressure. Just that wiggle through turn one set us all off wrong. Went too deep into the turn. Oh my. Come on Josh, let's refocus. Stop talking for a second and just refocus. And suddenly all the GTs have just disappeared that were ahead of us. I mean, I know we passed some of them, but... "30 minutes left." Oh, what's going on? Why? No, 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 no. Why did that bump in turn one just... No, it's all gone downhill. It's all gone downhill. That bump in turn one really messed me up there. Oh no. Oh, what a stupid mistake. We were doing so well. Still in the points. But that podium that we were in the fight for has just slipped away. I think what we might do is when we've got... Actually, can we pit from here? %72% virtual energy required. Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to try and pit. Put on some fresh tyres maybe, because these are quite flat spotted. Just hit a weird bump in the middle of turn one and just really upset my car. I think I just chucked it in too hard. And the right side, rear right tyre just gave up a little bit. Still got decent pace against the Ferrari though. Not got any damage, that's the main thing. Decisions. I mean, we're keeping pace with it too as well. Oh, I don't know whether to change tyres at the next stop, whether to go early. I mean, the lead's in some quite heavy traffic, but second and third aren't really in that deep pack of GTs. Aren't deep in the pack of GTs. Oh, another snap. This car definitely rewards underdriving compared to overdriving. Man, 48-4 from Bamber. Whew. I think if we didn't have the mistake at turn 1, I think we had a better chance at keeping Buemi behind than we did with Bamba. But I think he's probably just too... I mean, he might have damaged, he might have hit Conway when Conway spun. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, we've got a repair thing. Decisions. Lopez still leading GT3. Oh, I don't think I'm going to pit early because there seems to be a lot of traffic. I mean, I don't really know where I'd come out. But I can guarantee, like, you look at the other half of the circuit, and it's really quite congested. don't really want to be out in a congested field. Just here, we're all relatively quick when we don't make mistakes. Didn't want to stop there. No, I think we're going to stop. And maybe put on fresh tyres till the end. 20 minutes of fresh tyre running. Oh, I just don't know. Okay, caddies in the pits, what do they go up to? They can go up to 100%? Right, 100% energy for the caddies, they're going to the end. Oh, this car's getting very tricky to drive. Especially when my headphones cut out, as they keep doing. Decisions. So I think Ferraris will be in this lap. Do we come and follow them in? I think we're losing quite a bit of time here on these old tyres. I think we'll pit. Gained quite a bit of time there in the pit entry. Because now we can put whatever fuel we want in. Well, not whatever fuel. We need, what, 88% it says. So we'll go up to 98 because we've got to put 10% extra in. Because the AI are very, very conservative. We get an empty pit lane as well, so we get a nice clean pit entry. Say progress. We'll go to well, we'll go to 100 just to be safe. Repair all. Yeah, I guess we're going to have to, aren't we, really? This might mean that we lose 5th to Kubica. I guess what can you do? Annoying little mistake there. But we continues on with what will be the Alpines. Oh no, sorry, the Alpines down here in 10th. We're getting some damage fixed, so away goes Fuoco. There goes Kubica. I can't remember who was in Who is behind Kubica? But I think we had about 20 seconds anyway. So don't mind taking this. Don't know why it pointed us like that there. I don't know who it thinks is in front of us. But where we go on our final stint of this opening race. Clear track behind us. Cold tyres, got to remember. Now the question is, can Shatan go to the end on 57% energy? Oh, I don't think he can. Well, at least I'm hoping he can't. Freshly repaired. Let's get it for this last 15 minutes. Oh, yellow flag. What's occurred up here? Oh my god, first? Buemi? Is that Buemi off? I think it's back on, but he definitely had a spin. Let's see if that gives him some damage. He'll be in the pits this lap anyway. Lots of mistakes around here in Sebring. Obviously easy to make with the bumps and the congested field. We're going to try and get past Duval as quickly as we can. Oh, that really unnerved me, that did. He lifted off so early. Almost caught me out there. Persians and the Alpines practically hypermiling. Want to get every little bit of distance they can off of the tank. I think they forgot to remember that they do actually have to go fast as well. Oh, that Ferrari just did not go anywhere near the apex. Flew off the track. 16 seconds to Shatan up ahead, who's currently in P9. He's out in the pits. Porsche's in the pits, so hopefully we should jump them. Might be close with the tyres and the repairs. What's that yellow flag for? Is that yellow flag in the pit lane, perhaps? Oh no, that's a Ferrari. Fuoco spun at the final corner. That's another position for us. It's not just us making mistakes, fortunately. Well, we thought better about going for that one. The Toyotas have pitted. Conway is ahead of us in 5th. 6th even, sorry. About 5 seconds up the road. Buemi a further 4 seconds. And Shatan is currently in P4. Which must mean Bamba P2 and Kubica P3, I think? I'm actually a little bit concerned about Shatan. And whether he can get to the end. I think we should have the pace to catch up to him. It's whether he needs to pit again. .15.51 for the cars ahead. We're on a 49, so we're flying. I do think that might have been in the route that though. Turn one almost caught us out again. .4 seconds to Conway. See if we can make that up in these last 10 minutes. Might require a bit of a mighty drive from us. Come on, let's go. Shatan, 11 seconds, 10 seconds now. Ten minutes remain of this opening round. What a jam-packed opener it has been. .48.4 personal best for Conway. 49.6 personal best for us, but about 0.8 off. No. Yeah? No, 1.2 seconds off. I promise you I can do maths. Oh boy, he's right on Shatan now. We need Shatan to do his best defending, try and keep him behind. Try and back up the Toads into me. But I think as soon as it gets to a straight, Shatan will be cruised by, well, a braking zone, should I say. Oh, you're just everywhere I want to be. Shatan's still ahead. I thought into the braking zone, into the final corner, he would have got past him. There we go. No? Shatan's still ahead for now. Boemi. Oh, they're going side by side, looks like. Oh, there we go, I think. Wembley's got it. Shatan's still 23% left to do. 7 minutes. That might just be doable, you know. We've got 8 seconds to make up on him. Got a little bit of clear track ahead of us. Looks like that group of cars ahead of us is just about to get a bat marker through the S's, which is great for us. Getting a couple of seconds there on them. Am I going to get past him into turn 1 like his teammate did? No. Shatan survives another lap. And of course, what's this going to... If Shatan can finish effectively 8th or above, he will potentially be the championship leader. With the points that he's getting thanks to that BOP point system. The whole idea of it being that a heroic drive like this, really, you know, you get rewarded for it in a lower team. 5 minutes left. Five minutes left, and the gap is 5 seconds. Come on, we can get him. Conway finally passed him. Gap is 3.5 seconds to Conway. Don't know if we'll be able to quite catch that up. Oh, we've got GTs in the way though. Please let me by. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. GT3. 2.7 seconds to Shatan. Surely he's going to have to make a pit stop. Surely he is. Unless he creeps to a crawl. Oh. Bit of debris on the road there. Looks like a sign of some sort. Is he going to continue on? No, he pulls into the pits. He can't quite do it. What a shame. Good effort though, good try. We're up to 6th. I think that might be where we finish. We've just got to bring it home now. Who's that? Anne Lauer coming out. Chasson drops to 9th. Can we drop any further down? Oh. That bump again just brings it nice back on the road. There we go. I mean, if Chatan can come back out in 9th, he's still effectively getting a 2nd place. Be great for Alpine. And he's back out in 9th, wow. Just keep it there, and that's a pretty good result for Alpine. Yellow flag, who's that? Who's that? Is that a hypercar? No. Don't quite know what that was. Final minute remaining. Got Nato with a 1.5 second lead over us. No, 1 minute and a half lead. Dresden pits for Peugeot. Jules Gounon in 12th ahead of us, so that's a good result for him. That's going to be effectively a P5. So I'm really intrigued to see what the points look like at the end of this race. So what, this and then one more lap. So is Rocco going to make an appearance, or is he going to go around the back of the camera? Oh. No, he's going to go around the back of the camera. You just see the shadow that he produces. Oh, Gounon off. Seems to be the AI making a lot more mistakes on their cold tyres now, especially like straight out of the pits. This is Eduardo Barrichello in 10th position in his first race. Concentrate, Josh. Well, it looks like the Cadillacs were far too quick today, although one of them's dropped down to 3rd. Well, Nato wins this season opener here around Sebring. Cadillac, obviously championship contenders with us last year. Starting off their season 4 bid very strong indeed, with a pole position and a win straight off the bat. Chatan does cross the line a lap down with that 9th position. And I think we've had a promising first race. If it weren't for those mistakes, I think we could have easily been on the podium. Whether that would have been a second or a third, I'm not too sure. But I think there is pace there. So going through the rest of the season will be very exciting. Just one more corner to go now. Taking it nice and easy. Do you know what's funny? If I thought any corner I was going to mess up at, I thought it was going to be this last corner. But we're going to cross the line. P6 on our first outing for Aston Martin. Well done, Norman Atto. Good win for him. And a good opening race in general. It's not going to do anything funky with the results, is it? No. Cool. Now, if you guys just give me 2 minutes. Oh, they see Rocco. 2 minutes while I just get the results thing up. And then the results companion. This is a little app made by... Not too sure it is if you go on to... Oh, what's it called? It's overtake.gg now. Used to be Race Department. You can find some useful tools over there. One of them being this little... no. Let me put this over here so I can actually see what I'm doing. Yes, this one. So it gives you loads of details. We can export it as a CSV. It's formatted, and then we're going to put it into here as standard Sebring. We can now close that down. You get to see a little behind the scenes. Oh, sorry, a little behind the scenes thing here. Season 4. Where's my pie file? Open this up. Run it. Is it going to run okay? There we go. And now what I have for you is the Teams Championship. I do apologise, it goes a bit funny with the lettering. I am going to have to try and fix that. Obviously Norman Arto winning, Kubica second, Paul-Luc Chatan with that 9th place finish with the BOP points jumps up to 3rd with 27 points as well. Bamba in 4th. I'm trying to think. I might need to double check this to make sure that the poll point's going on. So these might change ever so slightly because I can't. Was it Nato who got pole? Yeah, so he should be on more points. So it's not quite worked as how I wanted it to. We get the general gist. Ow. Buemi in 5th. Luke Duval in the Peugeot in 6th. Gunon in 7th. Conway in 8th. Ourselves in 9th. Neil Jarni 10th. Sheldon van der Linde 11th. Estra 12th. Van Thor 13th. De Resta 14th. Pierre Guidi 15th. And then Anlauer, Riberas and Fuoco all failed to score. In terms of the manufacturers, Cadillac take the lead, Alpine second, Ferrari third, Peugeot up in 4th. It's a very good result for them. Toyota 5th, us 6th, BMW 7th and Porsche 8th. And then finally the teams. Again, similar trend so far. Cadillac, Alpine, AF Corsa, Toyota, Peugeot, Proton Competition, BMW, Porsche Penske. I see the points haven't quite gone right there. But yeah, interesting points tally from that first race. Let me know down below what you thought of that first race, whether you enjoyed it, what you think of the BOP point system. Obviously, if the Alpine and the Peugeot run away with it, they'll be bumped up to the top tier or the top group, and likewise other people will be bumped down. But I'm going to call it there. I've got things to go and do, so I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll be back next week, probably on Saturday, for the second round around Qatar, I think it is, which I think will be a wildcard as well, which will be very exciting. So I'll catch you there. Have a good rest of the weekend, and I will see you later.